Hey everyone, it's Charles Caldwell here, and this is the final video for MDF3. This one's about photos and maps. So by now you know the drill. We're going to do a demo of the app, a checklist of the rubric, and then a glance at the code. So as always, there's a ton of features to show off, short amount of time to do it in, so we best get right to it. Now as far as the application is structured efficiently, this week I took a effort to refactor my code. So when you look at my code, you'll see a lot more methods, but you'll see a lot smaller methods. And that's more trying to make it more readable. And as always, we use fragments for all our UIs. Now when we open up this app, we should pan straight to the user location if it's available. And as we can see, it is. There we are, right here in St. Peters, Missouri. And the application displays a map on launch, as we can see here. Now the point of this app is to add markers to the map here, and we can do that in two ways. We can either hit this plus button down here, and that will add a marker right at our current location, which is right here, or we can long press, and that will add a marker wherever we long press. So let's start by adding one right where we are. And the 2 points of data that we're collecting is location's name and a rating, a star rating here, and then we're taking a photo. So let's fill that in. Now by hitting this take photo button, it's going to activate the device's internal camera. We'll just take a quick picture of this keyboard here. And then we'll hit the check mark. And we'll see the photo turn up right there, and then we hit save. And there's a new marker right there where we are. We'll hit on that, and we can see there's the data we just entered, the photo, the name, and a rating. And a nice little custom info window. So let's long press over here where I work and fill in that information. And there's that. So when we hit save, we see the marker is placed right where we long clicked. So that's two ways to enter the form and enter the data. And we're entering 2 points of data, as we can see. 2 points of data being the name, the star rating, and then we take a picture and it saves that data. Now let's double check to make sure these photos actually are on the device and accessible by the image gallery. So let's go over to the gallery. And as we can see, we have a custom folder right here called Mapping Photos, and here are the 2 pictures we took. So let's go ahead and tap on this info window here, and then we get taken into a detail view where we see the name, the rating, the actual latitude and longitude of that long click, and the photo we took. And we go over here and click on this one. It's showing different information. And we're seeing the data displayed as a collection of markers here on the screen. We just saw that clicking on one of these custom info windows takes us into a details view. The next thing to check is to make sure that this data persists between launchings. So we just killed that, and we'll open back up again, and we should see that there are 2 markers right there. 1, 2. So that's pretty much it as far as the feature set. I did put in a few error handling things into it. For instance, if you had location services turned off and you were to try to submit something, let's hit save. We're going to get a warning message letting us know that we can't save because we don't have the current information, which needs to be attached to this. But if we turn the location services back on, and now they're turned back on, so if we go in here and hit save, it's saved. I also put a little bit of error handling in there in case an individual went and deleted one of those photos out of the gallery. You'd actually get a default image there that would show you that there was an image there at one time, but it's not there any longer. It was deleted for some reason. And popping into here will actually show nothing here. And something I did for efficiency reasons is I actually moved all the bitmap factory processing off of the main UI thread and moved it into a custom async task. So that's where pulling my bitmap off out of the gallery and doing some resizing to it, that's where all that is done. So it's not potentially tying up the UI thread and causing a potentially non-responsive app. So that's all I have for you this week. I did run into some issues, but nothing I couldn't figure out, and email the instructor and get his advice on them. Now I'm going to go tackle that little bit extra credit and then take a well-needed 2 weeks off. But who are we kidding? I'm probably not going to take those 2 weeks off. I'm actually probably just going to use them to get ready for the next class, which is app deployment. So until then, thank you for watching.